Hello, my name is Betty, and this is your weekly astrological forecast. Today is February 23rd, 2017. As I'm speaking with you, the moon is in Aquarius, but on February 26th, the moon will be at 8 degrees of Pisces, conjunct the sun. That will be at 9:58 a.m. I want to just show you all of this Pisces energy because I'm going to tell it to you, but I want you to see it because it's a lot. So I'm going to show you this chart. We've got Mercury, the south node of the moon, the sun, the moon, Neptune, Pallas, and Chiron, all in Pisces. We have Venus is in Aries, but she's pretty much standing still. She's going to station and go retrograde at 13, so she's at 12 degrees. We have Mars and Uranus, and that's Eris, all 21 degrees of Aries. Wow, this is some funky energy. So where to start? Okay, with all of the Pisces. So we've got the south node of the moon, the past. We've got Chiron, the wound. What this is saying to me is and also I want to let you know too, when with the solar eclipse, the sun, which is our driving force, our identity, the ego, what moves us forward, it's going to be blocked out. This is going to be a very primal time where our subconscious, unconscious can come out. So we need to be very careful to bring awareness to this, because if not, we're going to be acting very unconsciously. With Mars joined up with Uranus, this is a configuration for anger, square to Pluto. This could represent war. So I'm not going to talk about the whole global front. I'm going to stick to our personal psyches and what's going on with the individual. This is an opportunity to see, where are we stuck? Where are we staying and projecting? With Neptune rules, the film industry. It's fantasy. It's the projector in our head. What do we have on that reel? What are we holding on to that we're not aware of, that keeps playing over and over? Our doubts, our fears, our regrets, anything that we hold, shame, anything that we hold on to from past lives, our childhood, anything that we push down. Pisces is this, it's the recycle bin of all of the energy of the zodiac. So when it gets Pisces, it's challenging. When there's a lot of Pisces energy, it's challenging to see the reality of things, what's happening, because it gives, with all this Pisces energy, it's like everybody's walking around like slightly drunk, and it's hard to really see straight. There's a lot of fog. And the fire mixing with the water is creates steam. So it's a little difficult to really see. So we're going to have to really just dive into our primal, our feelings, our intuition, our gut reactions. Mars squared Pluto the other day. I believe it was Wednesday. Mars and Pluto they're connected. Mars is the higher, Pluto is probably the higher octave of Mars, but they both rule desire. Mars is more of the desire every day. I'm hungry, I'm going to get up, I need money, I have to go to work. It's our action, it's how we move and how we maneuver through life. Pluto, and it's how it's aspected, of course, in our chart, rules our soul's desires. What are our deep, dark desires that we don't really just come out and share with the world? So when this squared, it kind of gave us a little bit of a hit. How am I behaving? How is my actions so far leading me to where I need to be, where my soul can soar? Why did I come here? We all came here for a reason. We all came here to accomplish something, to evolve on some level. So this could have been the first little hint. Where am I blocking myself? Where am I sabotaging myself? Because this is an opportunity. It's always an opportunity for growth. The catch is, with all this energy, we could feel like we just want to get into bed and pull the covers over our head and just dream away. But Mars and Uranus, that's the alarm clock. That alarm clock is going to be ringing so loud that you can't just really stay in bed. It's not going to be comfortable. You're going to be able to enjoy that melancholy of putting on sad songs and eating ice cream. It's going to be, we're going to feel like we want to do that. That's, you know, because you could just throw your hands up in the air and say, this is too difficult. It's just like trying to walk through mud and muck and, you know, trying to get somewhere. We're going to have to tap in deep, deep, deep inside of us and find our inner strength and our majestic divine birthright, which is to soar. So this is a time to release. What are we holding on to from the past? What are we wounding ourselves? What wounds, what pain, what insecurities are we holding on to that is getting in that projector? And we keep playing it over and over again. You know, with Mars and Aries, this is a sword. You know, this is a time to just swipe it away. Swipe down that film and just, what's real? Let's just get down to it. This is a great time to do any kind of ritual, releasing, healing ritual. Write it out. Write down all of your fears. Write down all of your insecurities, your anger. Write it out. Burn it. You know, go down to the ocean. Just look at the waves. Just get in tune. Get in tune with nature. Get in tune with your primal self, or animalistic. Just don't bury it anymore. Open the door and invite it in. Look at it. You know, own it, see it, and release it. A ritual would be great for this because this is deep, dark, heavy baggage. It's time to do some cleaning, and it's not, you know, it's never really fun to do that, but this is the energy is calling for this. It's an amazing opportunity to dive in there and find out, where are we blocking ourselves. This energy could lead, you know, is going to make us feel angry, irritated, and agitated. So we want to be careful and conscious that we don't blame other people. It's your fault that I didn't do this, or they did this to me when I was a child, and that's why I am this way. That's not going to cut it anymore. So this is an opportunity to get a little angry, because that gives you motivation, and it'll give you enough motivation to get in there, get into and start cleaning it up, taking out get all the skeletons out of the closet, and just, you know, set them up and have tea with them, and let's talk about it. Let's get this out. With Neptune there, this is, you know, where have we been stuck? Where are we addicted? Where are we sabotaging ourselves? This is a time to look at that with Chiron there, but this is all, we can transcend this. So I don't, you know, I'm seeing a lot of the other videos and people talking about this and saying, oh, this is, you know, terrible, terrible, and making like scary projections. And, you know, it's not all cupcakes and rainbows, absolutely. This energy is intense. But it doesn't have to mean, you know, a war or an earthquake or the end of your marriage, or it doesn't have to mean that way. If we decide to use this consciously, which is going to be a big challenge with all of this Pisces energy, but if we bring conscious, if we set our intentions, don't forget the new moon, you still want to set your intentions. And with Pisces, set your vision. This is imagination. This is your vision. What changed the projection screen? What do you want to see on it? What do you choose to see on that projection screen? This is an opportunity for you to do it, to take it down, to rip it up. It's going to be, you know, it's going to hurt, and that's okay. Let it out, let it go, you know, cleanse, release, and then set those intentions. Use your imagination to project your higher self. This is a chance for a new beginning. This is releasing all of the old, releasing all of the pain and the hurt and the shame and the guilt, and just, you can't release it if you don't own it. So we're going to have to take a very good look at it. Allow that anger, allow that to motivate us to move forward. And like I said, this is, you know, this is an eclipse. This is an eclipse season. So this energy, this is going to last. You know, what we do, what we decide to do, if we decide to be brave and to dive into this and to change the energy, to mix it up, this is, you know, for about six to 8 months, this is going to be the energy that we're working with. So yes, it's going to feel like I would love to just get into bed and, you know, watch TV, eat some ice cream, maybe have, you know, a glass of wine. And, you know, it's not to say that you can't do that, take a nice bath, have some wine, but don't get stuck there, because this could be escaping. If you're doing it to relax and to retreat, that's one thing, but don't escape. You have to be careful of addiction and going down in that rabbit hole. So, like I said, this is not going to be, you know, very simple energy, but it's very powerful. This is magical. You know, if you scratch the surface and you get through all the dirt and all of the pain, it's on the bottom of all this, because Chiron, you know, Chiron is the wound, but when you dive into it and you accept it and you love it and you own it, it's also your greatest gift. So at the bottom of all this, there is a gift. The south node of the moon is calling for us to release, to do a healing, releasing ritual, whatever that looks like. Light a candle. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. And, you know, just do something. You know, raise your intentions out to the universe. Let them know. Let the universe know what you're looking to accomplish, what you're looking to do. Be willing. That's all you need to do. Be willing. And just watch the anger, watch the temper, because like I said, with Mars, Uranus, Aries, you know, and then we have Jupiter, which is opposing all of this, magnifying this, squaring Pluto. So don't forget, you know, what are our deep, dark desires? How are we sabotaging ourselves? How are we shooting ourselves in the foot? How are we not? What can we change to get on the right path? So it's never too late. You could be going down the wrong road, but it is never, ever too late to stop and to turn around. I saw a meme today on Facebook, which it's silly, but I'm going to mention it because it keeps, I didn't really pay much attention to it when I saw it, but when I was driving around before, it kept coming to me. I'm like, you know, it's actually amazing. So the meme was just, it simply said, it was a woman sitting in the rocks looking at the ocean, and it said, one day or day one. So, and that just kept sticking with me. So I felt like this is basically, to sum it up, this is the energy. We could sit and dream and say, oh, one day, wouldn't it be nice if one day I opened up that clinic that I wanted to open up? Wouldn't it be nice if one day I wrote that book? If one day, or it could be day one, right now. Right now, I'm going to take the first step into stepping into my dream, stepping into what I want my reality to be, because we all have the power to create our reality. Get through the fog. Don't indulge in the depression or the confusion or the addiction. Just use this energy, use all the Aries energy to be strong and be a spiritual warrior. Cut through it, get down to the gold that's beneath all of this, releasing it and starting new. This is a rebirth. This is time for a fresh start, a regeneration. So it's a reset button. And all eclipses are a reset button. And if we go into this consciously, we can be in charge. If we're going to enter into this unconsciously, you know, this could be a wild card. Uranus is a wild card. You know, you have to be very careful. This is the awakener. Where do you need to be woken up? You better make sure that you get on board with this, or it could be really like a bucket of cold water thrown on top of you. So, you know, be brave, be strong, navigate this energy, do your releasing work, set your intentions, and until we meet again, I wish you well.